Hello. The building over there is an abandoned Shari restaurant on McLoughlin Boulevard in Oregon City, Oregon. So let's take a look at it, shall we again? As usual, signs are still visible. Oh wow, cameras telling everyone to visit their location in Clackamas. It's like they don't care about Shari's anymore. Haha. They're so savage for putting a paper on the door. Here's the entrance to the restaurant. The layout is quite different, I see. I think this building entrance got expanded at some point. The Shari closed back in October 2024. It's official. They have closed all the remaining Shari's restaurants within the state of Oregon. The employees were given literally just a few hours notice on the last day and were not prepared for this. What the company did to employees was not okay. I mean, they should have informed them about the closures at least a few weeks or months in advance. Again, the CEO doesn't give a crap about them anymore. Shame on him anyway. Money is very important for him. I heard he already ruined out a restaurant chains before becoming the CEO of Shari's. Not good. Moving on. Oh, you gotta look at this. This window was badly damaged and is now bolted up along with a random flattened box from Fiscal. Why bother adding a flattened box then? Strange. Here's what the dining area looks like. All the lights are on as we speak. Pretty typical restaurant layout, just like every other Shari's. I wanna say this building was built maybe the mid-1980s. I checked historic areas to see what was originally here before Shari took over. Looks like there was a gas station at one point. By the way, this is located at Oregon City Shopping Center, right off Highway I-205. The plaza has been around since the 1970s. Oh wow, you need to check this out. They are in desperate need of landscaping care. I was reading some Google reviews about this place in a few months before it closed along with the others. One customer drove by and thought it was already closed and vacant because of the overgrown plants. She's definitely right. It almost looks like this place has been abandoned for years. So sad to see it this way. She also mentioned that the menus were printed on paper, like the one we saw earlier, and some items were crossed out by hand. They have been used many times and were wrinkled from frequent handling, which she found disgusting. She stated that the paper menus didn't include all the items listed on Shari's website and didn't offer a clear comparison between them. The items she ordered were supposed to come with a pickle slaw, but they were out of it. They refused to offer a substitute, claiming that slaw was just for garnish. Another issue was that she did not receive any silverware until about 5 minutes after her food arrived, as the server had to wash dishes first. She also never received any napkins at all. They didn't have steak sauce available. After serving the steak, they offered something else instead. She then said the pitcher of ice water they left for her had a sticky, brown, slimy substance inside that she didn't notice until after she had already drunk quite a bit from it. She mentioned that the food tasted okay, but the nasty stuff in the water pitcher ruined the experience. She felt she would have had a better overall experience if she had chosen to dine elsewhere. She wasn't disappointed with her server, who seemed to be doing the best while the restaurant struggled with severe understaffing. She added that if she was part of the Shari corporate team, she would either find a way to improve this location or shut it down, as it damages the brand's reputation. She's definitely got a point though. Another review from the guy mentioned that the bathrooms were dirty with no paper towels, trash was piling up, restaurant seats were broken, and the pie case was empty. I'm not even kidding. He said the food was good, the staff were friendly, and the place had an old trashed up vibe. But the customers were mentioning that they were out of gravy, burgers, ribs, you name it. Even they had to wait for 15 minutes in an empty restaurant for the server before they could pay and leave. There are so many similar reviews like I mentioned earlier, so I'm obviously not going to go on any further. That pretty much happened to our Shari's restaurants. They were closing one by one here in Oregon before the last remaining restaurants shut down statewide. For example, there was another Shari in Oregon City at Berry Hill Shopping Center. They ended up shutting it down in September 2024. Luckily I have the footage of that location. Check the video link in the description below if you haven't seen it already. Otherwise, thank you very much. It's just so strange that Oregon doesn't have any Shari's restaurants anymore. Same thing happened with my local Shari's. Oh, and you know what happened with the video poker area with slot machines? I heard they did not pay Oregon Lottery nearly $1 million. And I heard they already terminated the contract too. Cisco also stopped delivering food to Shari's. How are they running without selling ingredients from Cisco? The only option left was for the employees and managers to buy food ingredients from the grocery store. This totally reminds me of what happened to the two Sonics in Salem and Kaiser. There's a fan near the menu holder. I'm guessing the AC wasn't working last summer. Imagine how warm it must have been inside. I'm sure the employees were struggling and probably had to close early just to wait for the place to cool down. Maybe the fan wasn't even helping much. Too bad. I read somewhere that employees had to do landscaping work at the restaurant. No, I don't think it was this location. Let's see this window. The seating is the employee break area. The door on the right is probably a dry storage room. Jesus Christ, the kitchen floor is wet. I don't know how long it's been there for. Hopefully the kitchen floor wasn't wet when the restaurant was open. Otherwise that would have been very bad. Wow. Why does it have to happen? That's just frustrating, you know. Here's your electrical boxes. Anybody can just simply turn it off and on. We're at the back building. The door leads to the kitchen. Not sure where the dumpster area was. The blacked out window is the old video poker service. Just nothing in there, I would imagine. Camera windows over here. Jesus Christ, look at that carpet over there. It looks really bad. I guess that's either mold or water damage. If it has been there for a long time, even while the restaurant was still in business, that would be a major hazard and a serious health concern. Even some handy light fixtures don't work anymore. As always, there's a large booth over there. Actually, that's gotta be the biggest booth I came across then. I think there was a PA system and a smoke counter on the right. That's a weird smoke counter design. Oh, by the way, I actually came to the Shari back in 2018 to have breakfast. At that time it was good. I remember the place was kinda busy too. That was literally the only time I ever visited this restaurant. I sat somewhere in the middle of the dining area, right over there near the pie display case. Yep, good times. There's another note stating they're closed. Obviously the other Shari's in McLoughlin is out of business. They closed in October along with the rest of the remaining Shari's locations. There are two glass pane Shari's logos on either side of the registers, with the pie display case clearly in the middle. Those chairs are not the original one. The previous ones used to be an airbag type. Get 3 more windows to take a peek. Here you go. Straight ahead, you can see the swinging door that clearly leads to the old video poker room. It was a former additional dining area many years ago. And of course, the bathroom shows directly ahead of you. There used to be an ATM for the video poker room where the 4 balls are now sticking out of the floor. Weird. I wonder how long this building is gonna stay abandoned for. They'll probably have to be torn down eventually, considering how both the exterior and interior of the building are. Since all the Shari's restaurants are closed in Oregon, it's very likely some of these adjacent buildings could face demolition. Just to clarify, Shari still exists, but can only be found in Washington, Idaho, and California. There are only a few Shari's left in each of those states. Here's the last shot. And that'll be it. That's gonna wrap up the video. Make sure to like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you on the other side.